Hello, yogis. I'm Teresa. Thank you for allowing me to lead you. We're going to begin today by finding our breath, finding some calmness in our breath, taking some deep inhalations, and with each breath, it's going to remind us to remain present. We're going to go inward this morning as we sit on our mat, taking a deep breath and allowing that breath to grow with each in-breath. Feeling our presence, becoming more present with each in-breath on our mat. Bring your left foot right on the other side of your right knee. Your right foot will be close to your sit bones here, and you're just going to lengthen your spine. We're just going to wake it up while we're finding our breath, our connectivity here, and we're going to take it all the way over to our left. Our left hand will be on the back. Our right hand can pull around and anchor around that knee, and breathe. Noticing what arises. Notice with each in-breath, it allows us to come back and to become more present on our mat. Breathing. Knowing that your breath has always got your back. It's always there to calm your storms. Bring your gaze back forward. Unwind out of this. Noticing everything you're feeling right now, right here. Bring your left foot into your sit bones and your right foot just on the other side of that left knee. We're going to lengthen our torso, going up, and then taking it all the way over to our right side. Our left hand will grab that right knee and breathe. Finding our breath. Feeling that Ujjayi breath going across the back of your throat. That's your yogi breath. Maintain that through the course of this practice and don't allow yourself to hold your breath. Simply return to that in-breath when you find yourself giving yourself angst or holding your breath. Breathe. It's about allowing the mind and the body to become one, and yoga is one. Once your mind and your body can relate and communicate well together, you can communicate with others throughout the life. And breathe. Coming to a seated position right here, just waking it up. Take your shoulders and just roll them back. Feeling it. Allowing your breath to grow. Drop your left hand down to the mat. Take your right hand up and extend it over to your left side. Feeling that right side body stretch. Take your right hand down to the mat. Take your left hand up and extend it over to the right side. Just breathing. Being present. Now I'd like for you to set an intention for your yoga today. An affirmation, something positive in your life that you would like to see grow. And then during the course of this practice, I'd like for you to continue to repeat that to yourself. And breathe. Bring your left hand down. Noticing your in-breath and your out-breath grow. Now I want you to roll over, coming into a tabletop here. Your hands will be under your shoulders, your knees are under your hip bones, and we're going to waken it up with a few cat-cows, allowing our breath to guide us, noticing how that back feels, and then taking out-breath and round down, letting it go. And allowing your breath to lead you. Take a few in-breaths and out-breaths. Noticing what feelings come up. Reminding yourself of the intention you set for yourself today. Leading more with your heart. Leading with kindness and love in your life. Or simply challenging yourself to smile. And leading with a smile every time you see someone today and becoming more present. Because hey, if we lead with a smile, what's going to come back to us? A smile. And you never know what someone else is going through. Take your left foot, extend it back, take up space. Make sure that left toes are pointing towards the mat to keep proper hip alignment. And take that right arm out. Balancing sunbird and balance. And we're going to do the power of 3 here in crunch. 1. Taking up space. 2. Extending it out. 3. Reset. Good job. Balancing sunbird. Extend your right foot out. Make sure your toes are pointing towards the mat. Extend your left arm out. Breathe. Find your balance in here and your balanced sunbird, and then crunch. 1. Taking up space, extending it out. 2. Taking it out. And 3. Great job. Reset. Breathing. Taking your hips from left to right. Arriving. Noticing. Curl your toes under right here. Come back into hero pose. And let's roll off of our wrists for a minute. And breathe. Come back into tabletop. Come a little bit further than tabletop position. Pushing through to your toes, sending your hip bones all the way to the sky. Downward facing dog. And right here, right now, take a deep inhale. And let it go. Putting bends in your knees one at a time. Rocking it from side to side. Breathing, pushing your heart down towards in between your arms, letting go of anything that's been waiting on your shoulders. Just let it go right now. If it no longer serves you, it no longer deserves you. With an inhale and an exhale, let it go. Now I want you to take baby steps all the way to the front of the mat, noticing how it feels. Your feet will remain hip width apart. You're going to ragdoll your head down, decompressing that spine, and then come up. Your gaze is forward, your back is flat back. Take an in breath. Breathe. Push it back down, forward fold. Now put a bend in your knees. And extend your arms out from left to right, rolling it up all the way to the sky. Bringing your hands down to that center heart, Anjali Mudra, and breathe. It's all about taking up space today and knowing that you matter. Bring your feet wide-legged as you feel comfortable. Find your comfort zone here. Your feet will be parallel with the sides of your mat. Take a deep in-breath. Then we're going to set up for one of the best poses you can do in the morning to find a restart button. And that's wide-legged forward fold. Do it strongly. Do it from your hip flexors and fold down. Remaining the lower part of your body with some stillness and breathing. Now once you get here, you can bring your hands down. You can even take your stance a little bit wider if you find that you would like to go a little bit wider today. Noticing what arises, feeling, deeply. If your hands come all the way to the inline of your feet, great. If they don't, they just hover. Be where you are. Find some contentment right where you are. Find your edge and sit with it a minute. Breathe. If your forearms come down, if your head comes down, be with it. Be where you are. Take your hands, take them over to your left side. Breathe. Come back to that center line. Now take it all the way over to the right side. Bring it back to center. Now come back in line with your feet. Breathing. One big in-breath here. Walking it back out to that center front. Dropping that left hand down and taking that right hand all the way to the sky. Yummy little twist here. Just breathing, engaging, noticing. Bring your right hand down. Take your left hand all the way to the sky. Focusing on going inward. Simply waking it up. Bring your left hand back down. Now I want you to take your hands all the way towards your left foot. Curl your left foot towards the front of your mat. Kicking your right foot towards the front. And you're coming into a runner's lunge here. Breathing. Loving yourself here. Kickstand your right hand down. Don't collapse into that shoulder. Take your left hand all the way to the sky. Focusing on you, going inward. Breathing. Loving. Reminding ourselves of our affirmation we made for ourselves today. Bring your left hand back to the mat. Frame that foot. Drop your right knee to the mat, toes to touch. Now push back into that half split. Once you grab that left foot, you can give yourself a little massage. Breathing. Going inward. Sinking into this. Keep a micro bend in that knee. And with each inhale and exhale, allow it to lengthen. Roll back up. Now you can kick back up onto that right outer foot. Taking up space here, 2 parallel lines. Then you can bring it up into your crescent lunge. Breathing. Embracing this. Challenging yourself today. Focusing on you. And going inward. When we sit with ourselves for 10 minutes every day, we truly feel it. It shows to the world. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Frame that foot. Kick your right foot all the way back. You're in a full plank here. Modifications are to drop your knees down or challenge yourself here today. Come down. Shaving your sides with those elbows and breathing. Focusing. Toes to touch. Breathe. Roll up. Right. Stretch. And then left. You've done this before. Meet me in downward dog. Either coming into a tabletop or a plank. You choose your transition. And breathe. Loving yourself with each in-breath and out-breath. Focusing on going inward. Take baby steps all the way to the front of the mat. Rolling it up halfway. Dropping it back down. Now curl your knees into your chest and we're going to come up to chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink down into those heels. Put your toes up in the air. Focus. Go inward right here. Now we're going to do a few chair sweeps here. Breathing. Focusing, challenging ourselves, knowing that our quads are lighting up right here, right now. Breathe right here and sweep it back. Bringing it back up. 2 more. With our breath, bringing it back up. Get out of dodge. 1 more. Stand all the way up, mountain pose. You got this. Bring your hands all the way up. Forward fold. Halfway up. Take your hands to the mat. Take your right foot back. Runner's lunge. Breathing. Focusing on yourself. Take your left foot all the way back. Full plank. Breathing. You got this. Drop your knees down. Take your toes up. Come all the way down, chaturanga. Focusing on you. Push up, baby cobra. And then come back to tabletop. Now we're going to take our right foot all the way to the front of the mat. Pushing up onto our left toes. Push down into our left arm and roll up with that right arm. Breathing. Focusing on us. Taking a deep in-breath. Reminding ourselves of our affirmation. Bring our right hand back down. Drop your knee. Toes to touch. Now roll back. Coming into that half split on the right side. Breathing. Going inward. Allowing a micro bend here. Noticing with each in-breath and out-breath. Sink down into that. Rolling back up. Kickstanding back up onto that left toe. Focusing on us. Now bringing it up into our strong crescent lunge. Sinking down into this. Feeling this. We have arrived. Breathing. Bring our left hand towards the mat, our right hand towards the sky. Bring your right hand down, frame your foot, kicking it back. Full plank modifications are to drop your knees here and bring it all the way down. Strong, because you got this. Pushing it up, baby cobra. Now we're going to push it back into our sit bones. Taking our left foot inward, just planting it onto our right leg, extending our right leg out long, breathing. Half butterfly here, focusing, lengthening our spine and just taking it down, keeping a micro bend in that knee here, finding your edge today and sitting with it, focusing, kissing ourselves, giving ourselves that gentle self-care we need each day so we can show up and be that true, authentic person we need to be. And lead with love and kindness. Bring your gaze back up. Unwind out of this. Bring your left leg out strong and your right foot into that center line, wherever that is. Find your comfort today. And breathe. Lengthen your spine and taking it all the way down. Breathing. Focusing, reminding ourselves with each in-breath to stay present right here, right now. It's the most important thing we've ever done in our lives, is staying present. Bringing your gaze back up. Bring your feet out long. Micro bend in your knees here. Take your arms all the way up and come into that seated forward fold. Let it go. And if you grab your feet, give yourself that yummy massage. Be you. Do what moves you in life. When we move, we grow. Don't allow your ego to run your life. Take charge today and listen deeply to your gut and your heart and keep a tight grip on that space between your ears and know it's there to serve you. Now we're going to come into full butterfly here. Bring your feet to touch. Bring your hands all the way up and then just fold down wherever you are. If you hover right here, be here. Find your edge and sit with it. Everybody's anatomy is different. No one ever is going to have that perfect yoga asana posture. Be you. Know you matter. I want you to take up space in this big world. Don't let it suck you up. Don't disappear in it. Breathe. Come back up to your center heart. Now we're going to set up for a little core work here. Remember, finding you today, finding your center. Bring your legs in, feeling it right here. Don't jerk into anything. First, just raise them up. Sit with this a minute. Rolling your feet around. Watching your spine, how that feels. Now bringing it up. Finding that boat pose today. And just sit with it right here and breathe. Loving yourself, engaging your center core. Breathing, focusing on you, going inward. Let it light up. Let it light up fiercely. Feel the burn. Embrace it. Focus on the breath. One more inhale right here. One more inhale deeply. And let it out like a lion's breath. Drop your feet down. Roll over. Letting it go. Breathing. Loving. Now we're going to come down all the way to our mats. Bringing our feet all the way into our sit bones. We're going to set up for a little bridge pose. Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Push down through your hands. Push down through your feet. And push in through your heels. And you're going to feel like your heels are wanting to come off the mat and pull towards your shoulder blades. If they're flaring out, pull them in close together. Keep that proper alignment and breathe. If you'd like to interlace your fingertips, breathe in here, embracing it. Come up onto those shoulders, focusing on you. Breathing, let it go. Now I want you to release your fingertips if they were interlaced, keeping your core engaged. Take your hands all the way above your head here. Now when we roll out of this, we're going to roll out from our top of our back all the way down to our lower spine, giving ourselves a yummy massage all the way down. Taking our time, embracing it, feeling it, noticing. Come all the way down to your sit bones. And release. Breathe. Bring your hands down by your side. Now I want you to bring your left leg out long. Your right knee is extended in towards your chest. You're going to take your left arm and pull it all the way over to your left side. Extend your right arm out by your shoulder and extend your gaze over that right shoulder and breathe. Go within. Notice how you feel. Noticing what comes up. Notice how when you come to the mat each day, how it becomes a work in and not a workout. You notice the clarity in your life. You notice the storms becoming a little more calm. Bring your right knee up to your center heart. Release it down to the ground. Bring your left knee in. Extend it over to the right side, guided by your right arm. And your gaze can be over your left shoulder blade. Breathing. Yoga's definitely a work in and not a workout for me. I know if I didn't get my 10 minutes in, or if I didn't meditate, or if I reacted instead of responded in a situation. I always say you're going to know who our true yogis are in life when chaos arises. It's going to be the calm in the storm. You're going to look around and know who your tribe is. Bring your knees up to your center heart. Bring your forehead up, drench it out. Give yourself a big hug right here, right now. Big in-breath, and let it go. Now take your feet as wide as your yoga mat, palms to face the sky. And I want you to feel like a big boulder you've thrown in the middle of the pond, sinking down to the bottom, going inward, right here, right now, to the heart of all of yoga, Shavasana. Breathe. Reminding yourself of your affirmation you set for yourself today. Knowing that our thoughts and our words become us. You keep reminding yourself of that affirmation because it is you, it's your mirror. Believe in yourself. Breathe. Love. Know that you matter. Roll up, coming into a seated position. Take a deep in-breath, let it go. Bring your palms to your center heart or to your third eye. My prayer for you today is much love, much health, and much abundance. Namaste. And thank you for allowing me to lead you today. And if you like what you see, subscribe for free and follow my journey. It's all about self-care and being present for the rest of my life. Namaste.